Hi, Mel here, and today I'll be taking you with me to visit the American Airlines Flagship Lounge at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. This was my first visit to the Flagship Lounge, and I was excited to see how it compares to the United Polaris Lounge in Terminal 1 and the Delta Sky Club Lounge in Terminal 5. So what did I think of the AA Flagship Lounge? And how does it compare to the Polaris and the Sky Club lounges? Come along with me today to find out. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's get started. O'Hare International Airport in Chicago is my home airport, and I've made multiple visits to both the United Polaris Lounge and the Delta Sky Club Lounge. But this was my first opportunity to try AA's top lounge offering, the Flagship Lounge. My flight wasn't leaving until after 10 p.m., but I scheduled enough time to review the lounge and enjoy a nice dinner before my flight. American Airlines operates out of Terminal 3, so that's where my journey for the day began. The AA Flagship Lounge is conveniently located at the juncture between the H and K concourses. There's a walkway that connects these two concourses, and the lounge is right there. You can't miss it. To make your way there, take a right after security and follow the signs. The route there is marked clearly and is quite easy to navigate. Before you know it, you'll see the Flagship Lounge sign and the glass entrance. After entering through the automatic doors, you'll show your boarding pass to one of the agents. And if you meet one of the criteria for access, which I'll cover later, the agent will give you a pass for the Flagship Lounge and direct you to the elevators. Take the elevator to the second floor, and when you arrive, show your pass to the agent at the entrance and you'll be ushered inside. When I entered the lounge, the space in front of me didn't wow me or make a big statement, but it did feel peaceful and inviting. And maybe because it was so understated, it allowed the view from the floor-to-ceiling windows to shine and really take center stage. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you might know that I love watching the action on the tarmac. So it's no surprise that I headed straight to the window. The sun was actually beginning to set, and sadly, the photos and videos don't quite capture how beautiful it was that night. In addition to the views on the tarmac, you could see the Chicago skyline shining in the distance. Honestly, I think the views from the Flagship Lounge that night were the best views I've ever seen from a lounge at O'Hare. I would have been happy to watch the view all night, but I figured a review which only covered the view might be kind of boring. So let's head over to my second favorite part of any lounge, the food. The dining area is to the left of the entrance, and it features two buffet islands full of both hot and cold dishes, non-alcoholic and alcoholic beverages, and several different seating options including tables, bar seating, and bench seating with small wooden tabletops. For the food, one of the islands offers hot dishes, which I thought included a nice variety on the day of my visit. The station was also kept consistently neat and clean, and I thought the food looked fresh and appetizing. The other island offers two different soups, a colorful assortment of cold options, such as sushi, salads, crudité, cheese, and cured meats, and several different desserts that looked really good. If you're looking for a healthier option, there's a back counter with fresh fruit that can be found next to a few cold drink options, including water. But there are many more cold beverage options further down that same wall, as well as a self-serve bar area that was very well stocked. If you're more in the mood for champagne or wine, there's a self-serve station for that as well. And the champagne on offer is actually pretty good. And as if all this were not enough, the lounge has a separate beverage station with water, coffee, and most impressively, a self-serve Bloody Mary station with everything you need, including the instructions. Having checked out all my options, I headed back to the food buffet and took a second look at the menu. I decided to try the Tuscan chicken, roasted Yukon Gold potatoes, and the roasted heirloom carrots. A nice healthy meal, which helped me feel like I could go a little overboard with the desserts. I found a table and thoroughly enjoyed my dinner. In addition to a generously sized dining area with lots of food and drink options, the lounge also offers plenty of seats for hanging out, relaxing, or getting a bit of work done. There are some nice options for couples, and comfortable club chairs scattered throughout the lounge. Every seat seems to be conveniently equipped with a power outlet. If you're looking for more privacy, these pods are a good choice. And if you're like me and love watching the planes, the lounge offers plenty of front row seating. On top of the generous seating options scattered throughout the lounge, there are a couple of other features in the Flagship Lounge that are worth checking out. While the dining room is to your left when you enter, these features are on the opposite side of the lounge to your right. If you follow the hallway, past the departure screens and the wood paneling, you'll find a quiet area to your left. Inside are a row of non-adjustable leather recliners for resting. There are side tables and a bit of lighting, and I think they're available on a first-come, first-served basis. They were all free on the day I was there. While I appreciate that AA provides a place for resting, I think the lack of privacy would make it very difficult for me to sleep. So this is the one area of the lounge that I felt could use an improvement. I think closed-off rooms would be ideal, but even just dividing the current space with curtains or partitions would be a huge improvement. If you keep heading down the same hall, you'll find a TV room at the far end of the lounge. The room itself is really large with a variety of different seats to choose from. All seats face the two large TV screens on the back wall. There was a football game on one and a basketball game on the other. The seats were comfortable and, like the rest of the lounge, had power outlets readily available. So this could be a great option for you if you're looking for a distraction or if your favorite team happens to be playing. The last area I wanted to check out were the restrooms and showers. The restrooms are all down a single hallway. Upon entering, I immediately appreciated the aesthetic of the room as well as the cleanliness. The hand wash and lotion are from Brooklyn-based DS & Durga, a company that specializes in interesting, complex scents. If you want to take a shower, you'll need to stop by guest services to check on availability and get a key. There are a number of shower suites available. They were tastefully decorated in the same style as the restrooms. And nicely appointed with DS & Durga toiletries. They also provide you with the necessary linens, a bench to hold your suitcase, and a Dyson hairdryer. All in all, everything you'd need to freshen up. Before I knew it, night had arrived and it was time to head out to catch my AA flight to London. I recently did a video reviewing that flight, so if you're interested in seeing that, I'll put a link in the description below. But for now, what did I think of the AA Flagship Lounge, and how did it compare to the United Polaris Lounge and the Delta Sky Club Lounge? Overall, I was very happy with it. It's a big lounge with plenty of seating, and the seating is comfortable and has convenient charging nearby. I also really love the view and the convenient window seating that allows one to take advantage of that. The bathrooms and shower suites are nice, and I think the TV room is a fun feature. I also think the food choices are great. I think the dishes they offer are creative and appetizing. And as someone who doesn't love buffet service, I appreciate how well presented things were and how clean everything was. I think the drink offerings are also good, with lots of alcohol options that I think would likely satisfy most people. On the negative side, I think the quiet area could be improved to provide more privacy. I also think a la carte dining would be a nice added option as well as a full-service bar. In terms of ranking, I would place the Flagship Lounge above the Delta Sky Club Lounge, but slightly below the Polaris Lounge. The food and seating options are superior to the Delta Lounge in my opinion, and the size and layout of the AA Lounge just makes it feel more open and less crowded. But the United Polaris Lounge is a slight edge above in my mind because they excel at the three things that I think the Flagship Lounge could improve. They offer full-service dining, a full-service bar, and they have private sleeping rooms. I also think the vibe of the Polaris Lounge is hard to beat. Before I end, let's look at how you can gain access to the American Airlines Flagship Lounge. You can gain access to the lounge if you're traveling in Flagship Business or First on a qualifying same-day flight, including international and select qualifying transcontinental and domestic flights, marketed and operated by American or another oneworld airline. You have Executive Platinum, Platinum Pro, or Platinum status with AA Advantage program, and you're departing, arriving, or connecting on a qualifying same-day international flight marketed and operated by American or another oneworld airline. You have Alaska Airlines MVP Gold or MVP Gold 75K, and you're departing, arriving, or connecting on a qualifying same-day international flight marketed and operated by American or another oneworld airline. You have American Airlines Concierge Key, and you're traveling on any same-day flight marketed and operated by American or another oneworld airline. You have Emerald or Sapphire status with another oneworld airline, and you're departing, arriving, or connecting to any same-day flight marketed and operated by American or another oneworld airline, regardless of cabin. You're traveling on any flight marketed or operated by American or another oneworld airline, and you purchase a single visit pass for $150 or 15,000 Advantage miles. This seems like a good time to mention that, as always, my travel expenses are not paid for, sponsored, or discounted in any way, and nobody was informed that I was doing this review. If you enjoyed this tour and review, let me know in the comments. And if you've had a chance to try it yourself, let me know your thoughts. How do you think it compares to the top lounge offerings of United and Delta? Do you agree with my rankings? Also, if you enjoy content like this, I hope you'll hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. It's also a great way to support the channel. Until next time, happy travels.